Hey everybody, welcome back to the Elliott Confidential Podcast. My name is Iden. I'm joined by my father, Christopher Elliott, and
Hello.
my brother, Aren Elliott. How are you guys doing today?
I am doing great.
I'm doing molto bene.
Molto bene.
It's a beautiful day today in the Kingdom of Britain and all that other
Yeah, we're
places.
still in London.
Yeah, we're still in London.
This is it. This is our swan song, our final days in London.
Yes.
And
such sweet sorrow. But
actually, let me just say this. There was a headline from The Sun. They put them up on the billboards at the bus stops that said, "We're all dead."
Oh well.
Because
prepare for sweet death.
There's a heat wave coming, but I mean that's like you want to sell newspapers, I guess you got to write headlines like that.
Yeah, The Sun, the bastion of truth, final bastion of truth.
That's kind of a dark turn. I was hoping to talk about some better things, like how we discovered that the food here isn't actually that bad.
Well,
yeah.
no,
and it's not that expensive either.
Okay. It's not that expensive either.
Well, I think we talk about two things in this podcast. We'll talk about our favorite walks in London, and we'll talk about food, and we'll get donuts.
Yes. I think where we want to start is by apologizing for what we said in our earlier podcasts about British food. The first thing we said when we came here is, guys, don't come here if it's for the food. It's really not that good. It's super expensive and it's really bad. The expensive part, that's still true. But what we have discovered is if you really know where to look, and we'll help you out with this throughout the podcast, if you really know where to go, you can find some exquisite food here in the United Kingdom.
Well, we did talk in the last podcast about the Indian food here.
Yes, that's one of them. That's
very good food, and we had a very animated discussion about street food in the comments, although because of a technical glitch, some of the comments went to last week's podcast, so whatever, that's just life on the web, I guess. But this week we have even more food to share with you. We have, we're going to do some donuts. We discovered a really nice donut place.
Yes.
So we're going to eat those in front of you.
You guys have to stay tuned. You have to stay tuned for this donut section, because I'll tell you what, when you think of donuts, you think of like Voodoo Donuts is in the top tier of like these beautifully fried pastries. But really, okay, we have experience with this. We have experience with donuts, lots of it. This, we think, are the best donuts we've ever tried, ever.
And this applies also if you're one of those Southern California donut snobs who thinks that they have access to the best donuts in the world just because they have a donut shop around every freaking highway. No.
I don't know. I like Southern California donuts.
No, they're good. They're good.
Very good.
But this tops it all.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Before we get to that, let's do the question. So we're going to talk about our favorite walks in London, because you have to walk off all those donuts that you've eaten.
Yep.
So this question is for you, is what is your favorite walk that you've done while you've been on a trip? So maybe you've gone hiking in Sedona, which is my personal favorite walk, or you've just taken a city walk in a place like New York or Paris. Tell us about it. Comments are open. You know how to get there. Just scroll down and you can push the big red button and leave a comment.
And I guess that's where we should start, because we can't just give them what they came for immediately. Let's talk about walks in London.
Yeah, we've done a couple of nice walks. Aren, we do a walk, you and I do a walk every morning. Can you tell us about where we go and what we do while we're on that walk?
So if I'm going to describe this walk to you, we start at London Bridge Station.
That's where we live, right?
That's where we live.
We don't live in the station, but we live close to it.
But
yeah,
if you go snooping around, you'll be able to find us.
Yeah, we're not
We're
that
really
hard to
close.
find. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So we go from there all the way to the Tower Bridge. Then we cross over. We take the promenade, the area along the Thames, and we go all the way over to Blackfriars. And we take the Blackfriars Bridge, and
He's looking at Google Maps right now.
I know.
I am.
And then we go all the way back up via Borough Market.
Yeah, we go by the A3200 road.
Yes.
Or we sometimes take Southwark Bridge, but that's the walk basically.
If you guys have your maps open right
It's
now,
about
this will make total sense to you, but
Yeah.
you really gotta know this layout of London.
And let me give you my impressions. It's about a 3-mile walk. It takes us roughly an hour to walk it. And the reason it takes a little bit longer is because there are crowds. We go at about 9 in the morning. And it's a beautiful scenic walk along the Thames and then over the Tower Bridge, which is that everyone thinks that's London Bridge. It's not. It's called the Tower Bridge. It's a big ornate bridge, and then you go over and walk and see
The Tower of London.
Yeah.
The Tower of London is always crowded. There's always tourists. You can hear almost every language in the world there. It's insane.
And
There's always basically a mob of people waiting in a line to get into the Tower of London. Now, we haven't gone in there, but I think that we're
it's just an old
differentiating
tower,
ourselves, guys.
yeah.
We're differentiating ourselves. We don't have to do what everyone else does.
We're
We're
but
special.
then you keep going along the Thames, and it's a beautiful walk. Not that many people. Just a lot of runners and locals, and then you get over to Blackfriars, and then you cross over.
It's
and
Southwark. Southwark is the one that we usually do. Blackfriars is another couple bridges down.
Yeah, that's our second walk of the day. But anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
And then we walk back up and through Borough Market, which is always very busy. In fact, sometimes we don't even try to walk through Borough Market because it's just filled with people.
Yeah.
But it is, if you want to get a good feel of London, this is a great walk to take. And it takes you on both sides of the river, and you can see all kinds of things. Lots and lots of very interesting things.
You could just put it more simply as it's a loop. It's a loop. You start at Tower Bridge, you go on one side, you walk to the end, you walk back around through Borough Market, and then you come back to Tower Bridge, and that's the walk.
Now, Iden, you take a walk on your own because you're keeping a different schedule because of school. Where do you normally walk?
Well, not just school. I also edit for people in the United States of America, so I gotta keep the schedule for that too. They got to upload at 8 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
But past that, I do have my own walk. I just like going up to the other side of the river on Tower Bridge and then just back. It's a much shorter walk. At the end of the day, my evening routine is I listen to chill out bossa nova, drink a good Dr. Pepper. They have a lot of Dr. Pepper here in London. They like their Dr. Pepper here. It's such a misunderstood flavor. Seriously, if you just really think about it, you'll understand why Dr. Pepper I hold so dearly to my heart. To my heart. You guys are making fun of me silently right now. If you could see their faces right now, you would probably be offended. Anyway, and I just walk up Tower Bridge, walk back, and enjoy myself. I look around, look at my surroundings. I don't just focus on what's ahead of me and where I'm walking to. I'm just strolling and looking around and enjoying myself.
There's another walk that we take, and that is the one that goes all the way out to Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham Palace. Oh yeah,
No,
let's meet the Queen.
it's London Eye. So yeah, it does go to Buckingham Palace, but yeah, we basically past London Eye, we go take. Let me look at the name of the bridge. Westminster Bridge. Take Westminster Bridge, and then we just take that all the way to London Blackfriars, and then we do the rest of the walk as we would normally in the former walk we were talking about.
Well, we've also done the one over to Covent Garden, I want to say.
Oh yes, okay, so that's a third walk. So
Yeah,
the
that's
third
the other
walk
one.
is basically walking to Soho, Covent Garden, that
I'm sure
area.
I'm mispronouncing it. I'm
You
sorry.
guys gotta
Covent
include
Garden.
pictures of all these places.
Oh,
that
yes,
you're
we
walking to.
definitely will.
So
yeah.
guys, scroll down and take a look at some of the pictures that we include.
So Covent
Yeah.
Garden is really great because it's basically a high-end shopping area. They've got lots of tea places.
It's air conditioned.
It's
too.
air conditioned in
Yeah, I
there.
remember going with you guys there once.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
And they
Very
also
nice
have,
area.
that's where they have the Royal Opera House and a bunch of different, they have a lot of plays that,
Theaters.
theaters,
Right.
yeah.
Oh yes,
They have an
it
Apple
is so
store there.
beautiful. It
Yeah.
is so-
And then if you keep walking, you get to Buckingham Palace, which is, if you want to see a lot of tourists, that is definitely the place to go because
Yeah.
it's just filled with people.
Oh no, if you want to see lots of tourists, all you have to do is go to London Eye, and it's I don't know, it's an ocean of tourists right by Big Ben and London Eye.
Oh,
It's
I feel like
insane.
Big Ben has
And
a
then
lot
they
more
have
tourists.
Shrek the Experience.
Oh yeah, I don't
Yes.
know why they decided to. Yeah,
It
I
does, well,
digress.
he has an Irish accent, maybe that's why.
I think he has a Scottish accent, actually.
Scottish accent.
Who knows? Who knows? We really love walking around London. And my favorite part about walking in London is just seeing the different types of people who live here and work here and visit here. We're the visitors, but sometimes it's very difficult to tell who lives here and who's just visiting. You hear so many different languages being spoken.
Yeah.
I love it.
We're not getting the United Kingdom experience here. We're getting the London experience. But honestly, I could go either way.
Yeah, it's okay.
This London experience is incredible. I mean, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter whether it is for the country or not, whether it's representative of the country or not. It's still a really nice experience.
London-
Recommended to anyone.
London is very multicultural, and I think that's not a bad thing, really. You just get a lot more of everything while you're here. You know, it's not something that you can just come by and expect. Like if you go walk down the street, you can't just expect a bunch of proper British people or whatever the stereotype it is that you prefer to project upon British people. Instead, you're going to find really anyone. I've noticed a lot of Brazilians here, honestly. It's crazy. Actually, this morning I heard my first Turkish person. So yeah, I mean, you hear a lot of stuff.
Until now, we've believed that the best donuts in the world are to be found in Southern California.
Oh, but that is quite the opposite.
No, the best donuts we've had are in Europe.
Yep. And it's all from this one place, Doughnut Time. If you are in London, this is a must for like a visit or anything. Like, bring your family here, seriously. They have the best donuts in town.
And you are now holding in your hands a green box.
Yes.
With donuts.
And actually, I'll take this even further.
With a donut inside it. It's a single donut.
Not just in town, in the world.
Okay.
So we're going to start off with 2 donuts that me and my father have tried before. My brother did not. He's very straight edge with his diet. But today, he has decided to gracefully, one night only, taste these donuts on the podcast just for all of you listeners.
He's doing it for journalism.
Yep. So these first 2 donuts, me and my father have tried, and we already know that they are legendary. And then we have one final mystery
surprise,
donut.
yes.
One surprise donut.
I don't even know what it is because you went out and got
Only
these.
I know what it is,
Yes.
and it could trump them all.
Okay, well,
Let's
just see. Now, what's this one that you got?
Let's first start with the ones that we already know. This is the brownie one, the brownie and cookie dough.
Oh, this is one of my very favorites here.
Brownie and cookie dough.
So good.
Oh my goodness, that looks amazing. Here, let's reveal them, put them on the plate, and you can take a picture of it for.
Sure.
So the first one we have here that we have just revealed is a brownie and cookie dough donut. Oh, I know this one's your favorite, Dad. The Biscoff.
Oh, this is a good one too. Yes.
It's called the David Hasselhoff, isn't it?
Yeah, but we're just gonna call them by what we want to call them by because I can't remember the names. But Biscoff. Oh my God, this one is my favorite. This one is your favorite right now. But who knows? That could change tonight. Again, this place is called Doughnut Time, and they have, to us, the best donuts in the entire world. And we are about to try one thing that could possibly.
And here is
be
a big
better than the
reveal,
rest.
Iden.
Okay, the final donut here. Purple.
Oh, that looks good.
All I know is that it's purple. That's it.
Okay, they didn't tell you.
Lavender?
I don't even know.
Oh,
All I know is
I
it's
guess
purple.
we'll find out. Yeah.
I actually think it's called just purple, but it has like purple stuff on it and then a weird coconut crumble at the top.
Maybe it's blueberry.
It's very mysterious. Very mysterious.
Okay, I'm taking a picture. Here we go. Okay.
Here, get it with the box in the background. You can cut this out if
Oh
you
no,
want
it
to.
smells so good too.
Yeah, it does smell quite good.
Okay, we got
Perfect.
it. All right,
We
so
got it.
Aaron, you want to do the honors here?
Okay, you can start, Aaron. Let's do the first 2 that we already know about.
All right, so we're going to start in chronological order of presentation. That means we will start with the cookie dough and Oreo.
Cookie dough.
So organized,
That's
Aaron.
the cookie dough and brownie one.
That's what I said. All right.
Okay.
Right. Cookie dough and brownie. I'm going to cut this in half.
I'm also gonna take a bite of this one. This one's really good.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Of course you want to take a bite out of it. It's a donut.
Just take it with your hands, Aaron. That's what
I
a
find
donut.
this particularly ill-advised, but okay. All right. And we're going to cut it into 4s.
Just take a piece.
Eat it.
Just take a piece, Aaron.
Eat it.
Eat it.
Okay.
Oh. Exquisite. Oh my goodness. I feel like royalty.
I am going to pay for this.
Oh my goodness. And we're just getting started, Aaron. You're going to... This Biscoff one is going to knock your socks off. Seriously.
This is very sweet.
Long-lasting sugar high here.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Oh.
They're so rich. I think these are the richest donuts I've ever had in my life. Mm-hmm. And, you know, makes sense.
I feel like I'm eating icing.
We're in,
Yeah.
we're in the United Kingdom. So they gotta be rich here. You know what I'm saying? Everything gotta be rich.
That's caramel.
My dentist bills will be high.
I feel like I'm going into
Amazing.
a state of diabetic shock here.
I know, but it's so good. Okay, that Biscoff one. Oh,
Yeah.
That's
that is-
amazing.
That's very good.
That is its own thing.
Okay, let's try the other one.
Okay, let me smell this. I am pretty confident that this is either blueberry or acai.
Let's find out.
Okay,
Why would you make an acai donut?
I don't know. Maybe it's not. Okay, the mysterious, possibly legendary, who knows after we give this a taste, blue donut. Ooh, that's a lot of filling.
Has a jelly in it.
Jelly filling in there.
Oh, it's pouring out. Okay, guys, give that a taste.
Okay, here. Aren tries first.
Father, take it.
It's clear to me now that this is blueberry.
It's blueberry.
That's blueberry. Oh, man. That's really good.
No, for me, the winner is the Biscoff.
I'm still going to go, even though I like this, I'm going to go with the Biscoff.
I like the cookies one.
The cookies one the best?
Yeah.
Okay. Biscoff's the winner, guys.
Anyway, whoa.
So,
I don't
guys,
know. Can I even finish this podcast now?
I
I'm
don't
on
even
a
know.
total sugar high here.
if you guys want to know what the world's most Elliot-approved donut is, it is the Biscoff donut from Doughnut Time
Wait a
in
minute.
London.
Wait
called
a
the
minute.
David Hasselhoff.
No.
I object.
No.
I
2
object.
votes beats 1. It's the Biscoff.
I know, but I paid for it.
That doesn't matter. This is about family name, Father.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
The Elliot approved
The Elliot
donut.
The Elliot family name approves of the David Hasselhoff donut.
And now you're eating more. Mm-hmm. Could we do comments? So last week, unfortunately, half the comments got put on the wrong page. So sorry about that. So I'm going to read a couple from the couple that made it.
At this point, we're doing the rest of the podcast on such a sugar high.
I know, haha. That's great.
Oh my goodness.
Our friend Mickey Maynard said, when we were talking about the best street food, that the Viktualienmarkt in Munich is full of little stands, many of them sausage focused, but there is a stand that specializes in interesting juices, and she says she had blood orange there for the first time and she was hooked. Have you guys ever tried blood orange?
We have, yeah.
It's very tart. I like it a lot.
Very tart. It's more bitter.
The Germans call it Blutorange.
Blutorange.
Blutorange. Yes, that's it's, neither here nor there, right? Bob says, our friend Bob Batchelor, Indian food is without a doubt my favorite. I especially like Southern Indian, which is much more spicy. I was quite surprised to hear about Indian restaurants being second only to French restaurants for Michelin stars, which I said in the last podcast. But I read it in Newsweek, so it must be true, right?
Okay, yeah.
Lars wanted to know if I had been to any of the pubs and tried the food that they served. He says he visited London over 25 years ago and remembers how friendly the pubs were, and they liked shepherd's pie. So Lars, there's a reason why we haven't been to any pubs, and that is that we don't drink.
Or eat meat,
And
which they love to put in shepherd's pie.
We do not eat shepherd's pie, but we still have one day left here in London, so we might stop by a pub just to check it out, maybe.
Well,
maybe we'll
you
order a
can,
soft drink.
In London, unlike in the U.S., you can buy alcohol from minors and it's
Oh,
legal.
is that what
yeah,
you want?
if you want
Okay.
to get me some lager,
no
I'd
problem.
love to give it a taste.
London has been a blast, guys, and I could easily stay another couple of months. It's just, despite the heat and lack of air conditioning, we had a really wonderful time. Did you guys have fun in London?
Yeah. Everything is in walking distance. So all we did was we said, I want to do something fun. Let's find something fun. Once we found it, just walk there. We just walked there. And even if we couldn't, we probably could have just taken the metro system. So really, I think it was such a good experience because we were just able to do whatever we wanted to.
The tube.
London is a really interesting city, but I would say for me it was not quite as good, say, as Paris or some other cities.
Because you're into the food.
Yeah, I liked London. The only issue is that I just felt like, London is not, for how touristy it is, it's not very well developed for tourists. And it doesn't have so much. Like, if you're into
good
history,
museums, though.
if you're into history, especially the history that's captured by the British Museum and things like that, it's great, yeah. But And if you're into pubs, yeah, it's also great. But if your interests lie elsewhere, I feel like London might be a little bit stifling. And also, London, I guess you can really only come here certain times of the year because the weather's not always that great. So if you want nice weather, yeah, don't look for London.
Okay, so repeat visit. Iden, would you come back here?
I would definitely come back here, and I would go on another sugar high with these donuts.
Ah, yes. I'm still. Now it's really starting to kick in.
Yeah.
We should sign off before
it's getting
we really go crazy.
Yeah.
We are off to our next destination, which is not London. It's going to be somewhere else. We will tell you where we're going to be next week. It's a surprise. And I love talking about London with you guys. And this was a really amazing visit. I'm so glad we did this.
Yep.
So until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.
Okay. See you guys next time.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.